LAR. It's with great pleasure that I give you Dolan Hannigan. I need this. All right. Oh, that's weird. Hey, future HR leaders. Now HR leaders, I guess. Congratulations to just every one of you guys. I know how we all worked really hard in every April and February and test and paper and how crazy we all were at those times. But we made it through it, and I think we're all glad that we did. But first, let's thank Becky, Nell, Chastity, Dr. Draskow, and all of our brilliant professors for the wonderful time that they provided us. And of course, Erica, who's helped me out of more tight situations than I care to admit. But each one of them has dedicated countless hours towards the success in the class, to our class and the classes before us. And I just want to thank every one of you guys for everything you've done and all you've taught us. So the next time any of us are going to be back in the LAR building, we're going to be recruiting. That's crazy. I remember when we all started and we had recruitment like 2 weeks in, and we were all getting up at 6 a.m. to try and sign up for interview slots and find out at 6 a.m. you didn't get an interview, and just the frustration that the next 2 hours of trying to get back to sleep before that 8 a.m. class was. But I think we're all happy, and I think we're all going on to great careers because of all that hard work that we put into it. And in a few months, we're going to be scattered across the nation, working at Fortune 500 companies and working to change the world and the working environment of just thousands of people out there. And while we're doing that, we're going to be spreading pride for the University of Illinois and the Labor and Employment Relations School, because we're each something to be proud of, and we're each going to do something wonderful with this degree and these future opportunities. When I first heard about LAR, it was from a few of the representatives from the school coming to my job on campus, which from every project I've ever done, you guys know, is UIF. And so I heard about 95% placement rate, great money, just everyone had a better quality of life after, and my first thought was just, what's the catch? Like, this is a scam, right? And so I asked some of my coworkers and friends that were in the program, like, what do you guys think? Like, is it just crazy hard? You ever leave the library? And they're just like, no, it's great. Everyone's very nice, make a lot of friends, you get all these great opportunities you wouldn't get elsewhere. And I still thought, what's the catch? Like, come on, no. And so I was like, maybe everyone there is just like a super cutthroat overachiever. And even then I found out, no, everyone's very nice and very communal. I mean, except for Maggie, but can't all be perfect. But after we all became friends and we went through all these classes and we made it through these internships this summer, I think I finally figured out, and it's that it's ending so fast. A year and a half just seemed a lot longer a year and a half ago. Or maybe it's the student loans. It's probably the student loans. But what I'm saying is say goodbye to each and every one of you and all the friends I've made in the past year and a half and the school that I've gone to for 6 years now. I know that it's good because we're all going to use our knowledge, skills, and abilities to their full potential in our new positions. Mike, try your best. We're going to be going into a strange new business world with a new developing social contract, healthcare reforms, and a diminishing presence of unions. And with this top-tier education, it's up to us to face these challenges in stride and to show the world our true value as graduates of this program. And remember, Nell's always watching, so don't let her down. What we do will influence the lives of countless employees across the nation, and the decisions we make won't always be easy. So it's important to keep in mind what I'm about to say. The reason that I decided to pursue a master's degree in human resources isn't because of the money, although it's a nice touch. It's because the employees we're going to represent. An undergraduate professor of mine in industrial organizational psychology once asked the class, who wants to be a therapist? And who thinks that knowing industrial organizational psychology is a waste of their time in getting their degree? And many of the students in this psych class raised their hands. A lot of people wanted to become doctors and to go into therapy. And the professor picked one of the students out and asked him why. And the student said he just really wanted to help people. It's a nice, noble, altruistic goal. And to be fair, that's why I wanted to be it. But our professor flipped it on our heads. He said if you really wanted to help the most people, you should become either an IO researcher or a human resources professional. If you're a therapist, you substantial help. I'm not diminishing that, but you'll help a few dozen people very intensely, and it may not always work out. But if you work at an organization and you improve the place that people are going to be spending a third of their adult life, you can really diminish the stress in their lives, help out their family, help out their quality of life, and really prevent the turmoil that a negative work environment can produce. And we're not always going to be helping an employee, though. And at times we're going to have to make very difficult decisions. We're going to have to do some unfortunate but unnecessary acts for the sake of the business or for the sake of the many. But I have faith in every single one of you that you'll always know when those decisions are necessary and when it's right to fight for an employee's rights. My professor also added that the only way for a psychology student like myself to get a job at Google would be by getting a job in HR, because they're not hiring a lot of psych students. But I can honestly say that joining the School of Labor and Employment Relations is the best decision I've made in my life. My life is an entirely different position now than it was when I graduated as an undergrad. And I'm sure I'm not the only one here who feels that way. We have to thank LAR for all it has done for us and be proud for ourselves and for the students that have been here before us. Now it's our turn to give back and to help facilitate this experience that we have had for the future students and our soon-to-be alma mater. I don't just mean financial donations, but recruiting here, coming back and guest speaking like we've had in many of our classes, and just telling the stories of your distinguished careers. So help provide for the future students that we were so lucky to have to build our experience. And thank you for making the last 3 semesters what they were, and enjoy your future success. I'm honored and privileged to be part of your cohort. Thank you very much.